Parents of children who have autism are no different from other parents in wanting one thing, to keep their kids safe. But they admit it can sometimes be a little harder for them.
A big challenge is keeping them from wandering off. As Deven Clarke discovered, parents of children with autism might be getting some help from the federal government to keep track of them.
The government recently released money to help parents of special needs children who tend to wander off get GPS devices like this one. Now, individually, these devices can cost anywhere between $80 to $130, but if you add up data plan costs, that could get quite expensive. Now, the parents I spoke to say that this is a good step in the right direction, but it's just simply not enough.
Yeah! There it is. Hit start right here.
Stacy Hanzely is the mother of 5 children, and 2 of them have special needs.
I have identical twin boys. They're 8 and they both have Down syndrome and autism.
Her sons can't talk. She says they also have a tendency to wander off.
We have had to, in the past year, go to great lengths to keep them safe. We have fenced in our backyard. We have door alarms on.
And even with those added precautions,
I actually have had both sons wander away.
Luckily, Hanzley's sons were found unharmed. But these stories don't always have good endings. In New York City last year, the tragic story of Avonte Oquendo got national attention. He was a teenager with autism who ran away through open doors at his school. Oquendo's body was found months later, washed up on a beach. Oquendo's story brought attention to the problem parents and caregivers of children with autism face. They say these children can get overstimulated, panicked, and scared easily, and wander off without understanding the danger. Since Oquendo's story, a New York senator has proposed Avonte's Law, a plan to get more money available for GPS tracking devices so families can find their lost children faster. The price tag for this national program, about $10 million.
I've actually looked into getting something like that for my son. I know that that's been a successful tool for a lot of families and just gives them the reassurance to know that their child can be located.
Kelly King's 15-year-old son has autism and is nonverbal. In addition to a history of wandering, his heightened athleticism makes keeping an eye on him even harder. Through a new grant program, Avonte's Law would allow local police departments to provide parents with a GPS device similar to this one. This is the Amber Alert GPS by AT&T. It can be linked to any smartphone, tablet, or computer. The device can help locate a missing child, also notify the parent when that child has stepped out of set parameters, and even send an alert to notify the parent their child is near a registered sex offender.
Sean was able to go out windows. He would go out onto the roof on the 2nd floor, and even now he climbs up on my roof and will sit on the chimney.
According to a study by the National Autism Association, nearly half of children with autism attempt to leave a safe environment. While parents of children with autism admit GPS devices could help locate a missing child, they say this isn't the end-all solution to keeping them safe.
And unfortunately, there are some areas where that tracking may not be adequate because of cellular service.
Technology can often fail. We're in a rural part of the state.
Uzma Shaw's son was diagnosed with pervasive developmental delay, a form of autism where he does have the ability to speak. She still has safety concerns.
As he's gotten older, he's now 14, he is definitely a little bit more curious, and while he doesn't wander off completely, he does not have an awareness of safety, oncoming traffic, water. He doesn't have a sense of danger.
Not only do they worry about the dangers they may face, but these parents say their children might not even realize when they have to eat to survive. That's why knowing where they are at all times is so important. They say the best way to protect their children is simple. It's having more people helping to watch over them.
A lot of kids, particularly while they're at school, have one-to-one aides or TSS's Therapeutic Support Staff who are working with them, and having an adult set of eyes on our kids, especially when they're not with us, is really helpful.
But such support costs money.
But there have been a lot of cuts nationally and at the state level. So a lot of students who had full-time aides in the classroom now don't, and for safety reasons they need them, and it's an issue. It's a big issue.
I hope that something is changed with it because our children need assistance.
Angie Witherow is the TSS for Stacy Hanzley's son Isaac. She knows about the budget cuts all too well.
I've been a TSS for 10 years, and through the years my hours have gone down due to budget cuts and funding from the state.
The U.S. Department of Justice has recently agreed to use government funds to provide GPS devices to special needs children. While parents don't feel GPS devices can substitute for a human guardian, they do feel it's a step in the right direction.
I would just say it's about time, and really appreciate the efforts of lawmakers to make these available.
In addition to providing GPS devices, funding would also go towards training families, schools, and law enforcement innovative methods on how to assist children with special needs. Reporting from DuBois, Deven Clarke, 6 News.